So Daniela, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. First, I'd like to just have you talk a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Okay, so my name is Daniela Perdomo. I currently live in Miami, Florida, and I FIU got a degree in international business and finance. While I was getting my degree, I started working at a retail company called Nutrition Smart. I worked there for 2 years working with office assistants and processing of invoices, a little bit of accounting. Then after that, I graduated in December of 2017. So I was looking for better opportunities to grow in the working field now that I had my business degree. So I got a new job at Ascendancy, which was a finance related company that offered financial services to the Caribbean. It was closer to what I had studied. It involved international, which was the Caribbean, and it also involved finance, which was also related to my career. And after that, I started working there for 2 years. It never really developed in the finance field, my career in that company, because it was more towards operational business in the sense.
Yep.
So I started with the helping the company with the expansion process because they were acquiring more assets and more portfolios in the Caribbean. So I help with the expansion process. I help with operationals report. I did a lot of operational activities. And after that, I lasted 2 years in that company. Then this year in January, I went to Circuitronics, which is a company that develops circuit boards for automobile companies, home appliances, and in the healthcare kind of area. So I got a job there as an operational assistant since I have a lot of background in the operational field, and I was really feeling comfortable growing in the operational business. And I've been there since January so far of 2020. I'm pretty happy where I am.
It's a tough year to start a new job.
It was. And I'm actually thankful that I got the opportunity to be in a great company where I feel comfortable, where I also have the ability to grow, learn a lot. And due to this COVID situation, I'm actually like thankful that I'm at a place where I'm happy. I could say that I'm happy.
Right.
And not that probably I would have gotten there like from January and then probably would have not really seen any kind of growth or not really feel comfortable working for that company. And then with the whole COVID, I would have been like jobless or something like that. So that's where I am, and I'm pretty happy. I'm looking forward to probably getting a master's degree next year.
Wow.
So I'm working on that as well. I would like to, like I said, in this company, I see a lot of growth, like a lot of employees that have been there for more than 2 or 3 years are being able to grow within the company. So I guess my experience and also the abilities that I've been able to show at a job, plus a master's degree, would probably give me the opportunity to grow there.
Great. Wow. I'm glad you've landed in such a really good place. Good for you. So let me ask you, how do you prefer to be managed by a supervisor or a manager? You know, what sort of style do you like? Do you like lots of involvement? Do you like very hands off? How do you like to be managed by people?
So far, I've always had managers working with me. I do not like to be constantly supervised because so far, I'm the type of person that when I'm handed a particular project or a particular job, I work within my times, and I don't know if it's a flaw, but I'm the type of person that sets timelines, and I like to do things within a day if it's possible. If not, the longest I ever dragged an assignment would be a week. So unless my manager is telling me I need this by this day, I've always gotten it completed within the time frame that has been proposed, or within my own time frame. That sometimes managers are like, "Oh, I didn't need it that fast, but thank you," or I've gotten like the typical like, "Oh, you're so efficient," or "Why not?" Which is good. And I've never really had some. I don't want to brag about myself because I mean I have flaws, but in all the jobs that I've been, I've always gotten the compliment that I'm a very efficient person. So I guess my managers have never had the chance to kind of follow up on me with certain things, because I guess I'm the type of person that gets the job done. So far, I've always worked with managers, and I like the way they've handled the managerial, as in within the business, and how they manage me in a way. So yeah.
Well, it's great. I mean, if you're beating their expectations, then they're probably giving you opportunities, and that's wonderful, right? You know, it's like, oh, if she can do this, then I can give her that kind of thing. Okay. So you like to create your own schedule. You can deal within somebody else's, but you pretty much push yourself so you can get it done pretty quickly.
Which in times might lead me to like probably stress, because I push myself so much that when I don't get things done at a certain day, like I set myself to, I get stressed. Like literally, I get like all crumbled up in my muscles, and it's horrible. It's a thing that I guess it's good to push yourself, but not to a point that it gets you stressed. You know?
No, especially if it's totally self-imposed. Like,
correct. Yes.
so hearing that, how often do you like to get feedback from your manager?
I would say if it's mostly I've worked with projects. So at the end of my project, I would like to get feedback, or at the end of a particular assignment, I would like to get feedback. If it's not based on assignments and it's just doing regular job, I would like to get feedback every 6 months. I guess is a decent time to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, because it's great to hear how, what I'm going to call younger workers, since you are sort of new to the workforce, how younger workers like to get feedback. So anything else you'd like to add in terms of thoughts?
Anything else that I would like to add? It would be something else to add, as how I'd like to be managed, that I've had experience with my previous managers and the manager that I'm currently working with, would be to be more specific on the expectation of an assignment. Sometimes I get like an assignment as in I need you to work with the implementation of two systems, and that's about it. So I don't really know how far I can go as in supervising the project. Maybe if the expectations of them is just for me to oversee it and give them a summary, maybe I'm stepping too far into what I'm supposed to do, or maybe I'm not getting as much information from the project as they want me to do. So till the end, when I'm really telling them the feedback that I'm receiving based on the project that has been assigned to me, they're like, well, what I really wanted to see was dot 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 dot. So that's that. I would say to be more. I'm not sure if it's probably because they're looking to see what I'm able to do based on what I'm handled, or if it's just that they're running out of time, or they're busy and they can't really tell me these are my expectations of this project being handled to you. But I would think that it's important as a manager to specify the purpose of this project is this and that, and what I want you, or what I would like you to do is X and Y. If I do more or less, that would put me into a certain standard of how the project was handled. But so far that would be it. Yeah.
But that's great. I mean, that's a really good learning for people, for managers of teams, that, you know, a certain amount of specificity is important, and, you know, why you're doing it, what the goal is here, and what the expectation of the outcome is.
Right.
Because, you know, especially if you're a younger worker and you haven't had a lot of experience, you may not know that, right? If it's the first type of that type of project you've done, you know, there's no expectation that's been set in terms of the outcomes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, well, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Any other thoughts, or are we good?
No, I would say I'm good. I mean, so far my experience has been with 3 employers, so it's been pretty good so far.